Good morning from Costa Rica again. So behind me, this is not San Josecito, as I said in the last clips. We had to make very short-term changes to our plans. Cannot visit Drake Bay, unfortunately, but we found this place, which I think could be equally beautiful, even more, I don't know. At least it's a beach which is like 3 kilometers that direction, where I've seen in the last 2.5 days 5 or 6 other people. So that's a plus. Also, behind me you see this wall of green, thick vegetation. It's not that thick. There's a little path going through, and on the other side there's another beach, which is also 1 kilometer. It's only accessible on low tide. We did so yesterday. It's awesome. This evening we're gonna do again, and then we can even walk further. So there's a lot to explore. It feels very wild, although it's just maybe 10 kilometers from where we stayed in Uvita. So funny thing. Anyways, I talk about the reasons in another video maybe, or an article, but now let's focus on the beauty of this place, which I try to photograph for sunrise now. So you've seen I have a photo with a nice reflection already, which I like. I have a photo with a river leading into the ocean, and then palm trees. Another theme I wanted was some rocks, and voila, here I have some rocks, even with some nice wave action. Then the beach, then I have the palm trees lining the beach, and also other trees. Only thing I'm missing is the light, as usual. So the last evenings and mornings, or mornings always 50-50, it can rain or it's cloudy. In the evening it's always awesome light, it seems. I didn't have clear skies till now, so that's also not ideal. I really hope maybe tomorrow to get some beautiful light, so I have 2 more chances here. Then the tide will be too high, so I hope to make it work, because I think this could look awesome with some nice light and make a good addition to my Costa Rica portfolio. So currently photographing the Pacific coast still. So the beaches here, dark sand, lush vegetation, rocks, and in a few weeks we also plan to head to the Caribbean side. I also want to take photos, and then we can kind of contrast and see how different it looks. Also, what I want to share, my impression till now, coming to the beaches I've been to now. I've seen photos, sometimes also Manuel Antonio, where it looked there was white sand and turquoise water. That's not really the case now in January. So maybe we are too close to the rainy season, where there's too much sediment in the water. So the water is more green and also a bit more dirty, because the beaches I've seen, also Manuel Antonio, it's more dark sand. And when the water crashes onto the beach, it washes away some sand, and this sand is usually in the water, making it not very translucent. So that's just something. Don't get fooled by the photos. I'm not sure when it looks like this, but it will not always look like this. But I've also seen photos from the Caribbean side. They look, as you would expect, typical snorkeling water. So let's see how it's there, if it's the same. But always don't expect too much. But for me as a photographer, I don't care. It looks just beautiful. It looks wild, and I really enjoy being here. And I think the beaches I've been so far, in terms of a landscape around them, are some of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen on any of my travels. Okay, so now I'm gonna enjoy the sunrise, take a few clips also to show you, and I guess tomorrow morning we'll be back here. So another morning here in paradise. Yesterday evening I went to the Playa Accommodation, which is the one over there. the one I was talking about. And yeah, the light was very brief and it was already nice around an hour before sunrise. So I couldn't film because I just, oh yeah, light's nice, have to take some photos, and then it was gone again. So there wasn't a real sunset later on. So no filming aside from taking the photo, which is okay, but yeah, not that spectacular, but the light was beautiful. Well, this morning I came back to the location I was yesterday. Yesterday I was up there, and yeah, yesterday evening on the way back I noticed down here on those rocks actually it's a much better vantage point, because when the waves crash there, they leave all those little pools of water, and this reflects the sky. So just 10 minutes ago the sky was actually a bit orange, a bit red, and I took some photos which I think look nice. But what I'm here for is really the moment when the sun peeks over those palm trees in the back there again. So I know where it will be. Yesterday it was exactly, I think, next to this little palm tree sticking out. I'm not sure if you see it. And if you look there, there are gaps in the clouds. So fingers crossed, if those clouds here persist and the sun comes up beneath them, this could be beautiful light. If not, I have to come back tomorrow, because I really want to get this right here. So tomorrow the tide will be a little farther in, which should still be okay. So the waves crashing here, they splash a bit. It's not too bad. I think I can safely put up my camera here tomorrow and maybe the day after, but then it could also be already a bit too much tide. So yeah, I really have to hope to get the photo today, I think. Otherwise tomorrow, and then yeah, it would be a bit of a shame. But wow, what an awesome place. And also it shows that it's important to always plan a few days at a location. If you just have one day, you come at a place you haven't seen it before, and then you notice, wow, that's so huge, there's so much. Yeah, you have to be very lucky with the light, and for me it wouldn't have worked. So it's good that I have many days here, can just enjoy, relax, and then always come here to the same spot, which I think is good until I get the right photo. Okay, but for now, one final tip. I have those pools and I want the reflection there, so I'm shooting without a polarizer. But then there are the dark rocks, which sometimes look nicer when they're just really dark. So it's a good idea to just combine it, take photo without and with the polarizer, and see how it works out. Later combine them in Photoshop if you want, or try to get, if you turn the polarizer, most of the time most of the polarization will be in the front and less though in the middle of the frame. So maybe this also looks nice, having no reflection on those pools in the front and then in the background. So just play around with your camera gear, try to achieve different results from one scene to later be able to select the perfect one or combine your photos. Okay, that's it. Now let's just wait. So it's now a few days later, and I also want to show you this place at high tide. So you can see behind me, back there, this is where I was standing when I was trying to photograph this beach during sunrise. And now you see the beach is currently gone, so the tide's moving out now, so there will be a beach in half an hour, but not so much. But yeah, for this evening I decided to photograph actually into the direction of the sun, which will be down somewhere there. And I want to have this scenery in front. So we have a little river mouth here, so water flowing out into the ocean. We have some rocks, and then we have the palm trees, the beach, and currently not much to the left. So if you watched my Portugal series, you know how I try to compose those coastal shots. It's always important to have some balance. So for example, if I put this palm trees, this beach and everything here on the from the right side, then I also have to have something going on the left to balance it. So ideally there would be some brooding clouds which were lit up by the sun. So for example, if those clouds move in that direction a little closer to the horizon, this might work to balance it out. And yeah, I actually had such conditions on the first evening here, but back then I didn't do scouting. I just arrived, took a few quick snaps, so I didn't have so much time to plan the shoot. Well, we can only hope that some clouds appear. I see some also behind this little hill in the background, so maybe this changes and then I can take a photo. And what I want to do, I want to get pretty close to the water, so I have some of these little ripples here as the water flows out. Then here, this beautiful curve of trees and palm trees leading into the scene and then into the background. So yeah, might look nice with the right light, but that's always the case. You need the right light to complement your scene, and this is also why I'm staying a long time at the different places I visit here in Costa Rica. It's not about taking many different photos. If I get one proper photo of a beach, this can represent a lot of beaches in Costa Rica, so I don't have to photograph every beach. I just need a few good photos of very beautiful beaches. So that's currently the focus of this first few weeks here in Costa Rica, taking it slow, spending some time and really waiting for the right light. Okay, yeah, and here's a glimpse in the other direction. So you can see, really beautiful and not so many people. Awesome place. So as obligatory for this travel photography series about Costa Rica, I also want to show you where we're staying here at Playa Ballena. So we're staying in one of those beautiful casitas. I'll link those in the description below, so you'll find links to it. I definitely recommend them because, let's have a look. So we have here a little porch where we're sitting, nice and shady, beautiful view here in the garden. And then what's very important if you're staying in Costa Rica, we have mosquito nets everywhere. So every window, every door has such a door, so such a mosquito net door. So we can leave this apartment basically open in the evening when we're here, and you have a fresh breeze. So it's quite cool, a lot cooler than outside. Also we have a little fan up there, even an air conditioner if we wanted, but we didn't use it once. So it's very well temperated, because we can just leave the windows open and we don't have any little critters creeping in here. So you see it's very spacious, much bigger than the last one. So we have a fully equipped kitchen where we've been cooking all the past days. Here I usually work, and that's also a good thing. They have very fast internet. So I think upload speed was 25 megabit per second. So the YouTube videos, I upload them all from here because, yeah, as I said in the other video, couldn't do so till now, but here, yeah, it's perfect workplace. Also, let me show you, there's the room here, it's open style. We have the bedroom and then also beautiful bathroom here. So with an open shower, yeah, so really nice. And yeah, here we're paying a bit more than in the other one we stayed before. So it's like $130, but if you look at this place, also location, it's definitely worth it. So it's not something we will do a lot during our stay in Costa Rica, but in between sometimes, yeah, you just need a bit of luxury, and this definitely provides this. Also the location, it's just 300 meters from the beach. So I'll show you how to get there in a minute, but yeah, one last glimpse around. This is also what you can get in Costa Rica, and yeah, it's just beautiful. So, and finally, I also want to show you a very important feature of the apartment, which is this little trail here, which leads basically to this wider trail and then down to the beach. 300 meters, no more, and you're at the beach. And that's just awesome because first of all, the beach, you saw it, it's beautiful, it's huge, it's nearly empty. Second of all, currently it's actually closed to the public. So the main entrance, it's down there, there's a road going down, and it's also part of the national park, so there's an entrance, same as in Uvita, but yeah, it's currently closed. So if we wouldn't be staying here at this apartment, we wouldn't have been able to enter this beach currently. So yeah, that's a very big plus. Also, there are some other apartments down there, and only the apartments here at the beach have access to it. And yeah, when the main entrance is closed even. And at Wega, even if the main entrance is open, you will not see too many people here because most people go to Uvita. You've seen Uvita beach, even that beach is not very crowded. And here, just maybe 10 minutes from Uvita, there will be even less. And yeah, it's just awesome. And yeah, if you're staying in this apartment, you basically get this access, and that's where I took all those photos I showed you. It's just awesome, and that's the perfect thing about landscape photography here, staying right on location. Even though we don't have a car, that's why I sometimes also rather pay a bit more for a location to be really at the location. If you have a car, yeah, you drive a lot more, you can stay a little farther, but for us this was just perfect and it's really worth the money. Okay, so that's it with the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Next, we'll be back in Uvita for a few days. I will also start shooting something different to beaches soon, so waterfalls are on the list. Then afterwards, forests, mountains, all the good stuff. But for now, yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.